Hey Alex, thank you so much for coming to the True Essence podcast. I am so honored that you were open to do this, and yeah, I'm really very very happy that you're here. And yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for being open.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm honored. Thank you for the invitation. It is time to do it. We have postponed it, a lot of things. Oh my God. Today is the good day.
Yeah, today is a good day. I feel like that too.
Great.
So, will you share with us and all the beautiful souls that are listening a little bit more about what you do, or what you are in this world, what you're weaving into this existence? Will you share a little bit about that with us?
Wow, it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a journey. What am I? I am a being of love and of light, and I'm trying to bring this love and light to this human existence the best I can. With some energy reading, some where I can go into the field with the person's permission when they come to me and ask for this. Some galactic activation. I'm so galactic that it's quite an honor every time somebody comes to me and is identified with my energy, so if I can bring what they need to hear, what they are ready to hear. I mean, I've been traveling a lot. I've been called to some sacred places where I do a lot of great work. But I never know what I'm going to do until I am right there. When my guides tell me what I should do. And of course, it's always with my free will to decide if I am going to open a portal, close a portal, or open portals and close portals, clearing the land, asking for the ancestors to come. I mean, it's been so much. You've been with me in Glastonbury, and we shared some moments together, which was great. Yeah, and I mean, I am the team. I'm part of the team that is on the ground. I'm part of the team that is on the ground. So I know there is a lot of not expectations, because they don't expect anything nor judge anything if I don't choose not to do something. But it's part of my soul mission to do this, and with the only purpose, as I said before, to bring more light and love to this planet, and of course help Gaia as I ascend, as we ascend, and each of us make the decision to bring love and light. We are bringing also and helping Gaia to her ascension process, because anyway, she chose to ascend. So those that are on the planet, we have to align with Gaia's decision. So that's the purpose of those that are awakened. So yes, this is a little bit what I do, and there is so much more. Oh my God, there is so much more. Yeah, there is so much more. It's just a part of what I do. Yes, and I do it with a lot of joy. And I'm honored to do this.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing this. And yeah, like you mentioned, I had the privilege to witness some of your work and some of what you do, and I immediately felt, ah, you were so powerful. I don't know, I can't even put it into words. It's like the dedication and the love that you have and feel for Gaia and for all the beings. It is like, it just fills up the space, and sometimes words cannot go where I want to go, but I hope you feel what I want to transmit.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I'm really feeling. I'm almost like tears are coming up, and I don't want to cry.
It's
I
okay.
mean, but yes, yes, you were there, and you witnessed this, and you were part of that too. So thank you also for being there and saying yes to this. This is just so beautiful.
It is. It is. Oh, and it's yeah, beautiful and magical and the best experience ever when you're like, yeah, I want to do this and I feel this and I do this with my heart. Ah, I have like endless questions, but you know,
Can you imagine?
yeah, there's also something like time, but we have a little bit of time, right? So what I want to know, or what I feel like asking is, with the awareness that you have and with the way you walk through the world, and was it always like that? Like, were you born with this with this feeling like I'm here to do something, or was it like, how was your experience growing up? And yeah, whatever you feel like sharing with us and the world, I would love to know.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I've always felt that I came to do something big, but I think I'm just beginning. This feeling is just growing day by day. And since I was a little girl, I was connected, and I could talk to my non-physical friends that usually came to my room, and I was there sitting on my bed talking to them. I mean, really literally having a conversation. And I had my sister on the other bed looking at me and say, "Whoa, what are you doing? With whom are you talking to? Shut up." It always been like this. And when you are a child, you see those things, you feel everything around you. And I could see what people were feeling and living, just being with them. And I remember every time I was with someone, and I started looking at them and seeing and feeling, I just closed my eyes. And I said, I don't want to see, I don't want to, but it doesn't matter, because it's not with the human eyes, it's with your inner eyes. So this is when I was a child, and after a teenager, things grow in a sense of being an oracle. So I could see what the potentials that were on the field, and it only grow. I remember talking to my mom and my grandmother, and my mother is also a clairvoyant, and she decided not to see things. On the other hand, my grandmother, I remember talking to her when I was like 16 or 17 years old, and she was in my room, and she said, sometimes people will not understand you, and they won't see what you see. They won't agree or they will judge you. But it doesn't matter because you were born like this, and you were born for a reason. You decided to come. You decided to come to this planet to do something. And the advice she gave me was never change what you are. Always tell your truth. And in doing so, you are doing something. And since then, I can say that my throat chakra is kind of really open. And I was the one that was always triggering. The one was there bothering, saying things that were, I mean, people were kind of uncomfortable with the things I were seeing and saying, because it's kind of difficult when you have your throat chakra open like this, and my heart open like this, and my third eye is open. When you see something, I always translated this in a way that if I am seeing something, feeling something, is because the resonance, the frequency of the person that is in front of me is reflecting this, so as I can channel this. Wow. So I always allowed, because this is how things happen. So I never blocked anything. So sometimes I was kind of bothering a lot of people around me because of my throat was like saying things all the time. Anyway, yes, I've always been like this. I've always been a psychic. I've always been an empath. I've always been this kind of human being that, okay, this is what I meant. This is what I have to do. So I will do it anyway. And I trust, and I'm safe, and I'm gonna do it. Even though I had like kind of human little tricky things that were like trying to not, the ego part that was like, oh, don't do this, you're gonna be judged, don't say that, people won't like you, blah, 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 blah. But I most of the time I didn't care so much about yeah. So I've always been like this.
Amazing. I love that. I love that you express that what you feel and share this with the world. Because yeah, there are people that are like maybe triggered by some things, but in the end it's helping them in a way too, because they have to work through it. And when you express your truth, you also attract like the people that resonate with your truth, and that's also very powerful and beautiful, I feel. But I feel I know what it takes to speak the truth. So thank you for speaking it, and yeah, for being courageous and bold, and yeah, just expressing your truth here in this world.
Yeah, because every time we feel triggered, we have to understand that nothing is by chance. Everything is divine synchronicity. So if somebody triggers you, is because it's a moment for you, because you are reflecting this trigger that is important for your own growth. So we tend to take things personally. Maybe we should take it in another perspective, saying, okay, this person's trying to tell me something, but taking a higher perspective of the facts, and understand that it's for your growth. So nothing's by chance. Everything is divinely orchestrated. I mean, source is so, it's in us, it's so present that there is only good. There is only good, and there's only love behind everything. And if we can connect to that and really feel linked to the source energy, we will understand that everything that is in front of us is just for our own benefit, not against us. Because I mean, spirit, the universe, it's bringing things for our highest good. And when we understand this, things get better and the things flow in for our own benefit. And yeah, this is how I feel things, because nothing is by chance, as I said. And if the person is there, the situation appears in your life, is because your frequency, because universe, I mean, everything's energy, and everything, the energy vibrates in a frequency. And when our frequency matches with something outside that's showing us something that our ego personality doesn't want to face, but because it grew so much, so higher, I mean, so high boundaries to protect us, but not for our growth, if you understand what I mean about it. Yeah.
I feel that very much. Wow. And I love that your grandma encouraged you too to be yourself and express your truth. That is very, very powerful. Wow. So you were always like very, very open and aware of things. When did the galactics like came to you in a way that you knew, okay, these are galactic beings, or I am a galactic being? How did you open up to this sacred connection?
Oh, I remember when I was a kid talking to these beings that didn't have like a human face, but they didn't scare me when I was a girl. Maybe if they appear, I mean, if they really manifest themselves in front of me, I can be a little bit okay. But they are so lovely, and they understand that we are not used to have their forms in front of us. But I've always had this connection, galactic connection, because I knew that, I mean, I never felt much from this planet anyway. And I had a very hard time to connect with the planet. I mean, since like 2 years ago, this is the truth. And I was having a hard time to be anchored in the normal way that people are anchored. I mean, building roots and connecting and I don't anchor this way. I had to find my own way to anchor. So and I always knew that I had something different, and which in a way helped me to grow my abilities, and to understand that, okay, we have like Jesus, Mother Mary, the Ascended Masters, that we have this human form, and we can, our minds can understand it better, can accept it better. But I had this weird figures that were there and talking to me. It's always been like this. It's always been like this. I've always been much more galactic than earthly.
Wow.
I mean, I can go much higher to the cosmic and the universal and even the multiversal realms, but the galactic, they were more present, I would say, I mean, talking literally to me, and I was channeling messages 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. So it's quite recent. But I mean, since then, it's once you open the the window, they were like, yeah, yeah, she allowed, we are coming. So yeah, and they are for example, my Arcturians. I started connecting really and channeling messages from the Pleiadians. And then it went to the Arcturians that I remember the first time I connected to them. Pleiadians were really fast, but with the Arcturians were like, who are you? And I just couldn't identify. Really, I couldn't identify, and I couldn't hear anything. And I had to get my pendulum. And letter by letter, I literally spent like 3 hours channeling.
Wow.
A page. And normally a page I would just write right away. But with them, I felt so exhausted at the end because I was not used to the energy. But then it was like 3 years ago. Yeah, the Arcturians came. And they explained me who they are, what they do, and they showed me a beautiful healing with sacred geometry and crystals, how to heal the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual bodies, how we can adjust and calibrate the frequencies for each one of our energetic bodies. And then they were getting more and more specific, almost doing kind of operations. So it's right now it's really specific, which is kind of cool. And then with the Lyrans, with the Syrians, Mintaka, I got recently connected with the Andromedans.
Wow.
And the Venusian, they are really present for me those last days. And I mean, even the Anunnaki, they come to me. I have seen some reptilians last year for the first time in my life. They are not bad. Not all of them are bad. And they are good ones. They are the ones that really want to change as the Anunnaki, because there were periods, and as we made our bad decisions, sometimes we had made our bad choices. They also made choices, and as we are evolving, they chose to evolve too. So we don't have the right to judge when we talk about reptilians or Anunnaki or other races that used some kind of distorted power for their own benefit. So now, as we are understanding what we are and taking responsibilities of what we have chosen, the choices we have made, they also are taking their responsibilities and changing and evolving with us. This is, for me, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah.
It is beautiful. Wow. Thank you for sharing this. I feel like that too. People have so many prejudices. What? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like they don't deserve that judgment. I feel like that too.
Nobody, because we're not here to be judged. On the other hand, we are here to take responsibilities from the choices we make, and not be in this position of victimhood and blaming all the world outside doing bad things for us. So all because they're doing bad things, I cannot be this way, or I'm suffering because of them, I'm struggling because of them. and forgetting that when we take our own responsibilities, we are the only ones that can heal ourselves.
Yeah.
From the moment we acknowledge the importance of being connected with our own experiences, and this is our experience, this is our unique to us. Nobody's going to do anything for me or for you, but when we understand this and we we connect with this inner force, inner strength that we were all born with, I mean, things won't be so strange outside.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Alexx. I would love to, of course, I want to talk more about the galactics and everything, but what I felt like asking you when you were sharing that only recently, like 2 years ago, you were like developing your own way to anchor yourself into Gaia. And I feel like, I don't know if you feel like sharing, but maybe it will be helpful for some souls that feel the same way. Like, share a little bit about your process of anchoring yourself and connecting really to Gaia and to our planet.
This is a very important point. I mean, this is the most important point, being way shower or light worker, whatever you want to call yourself. Because if we don't embody the human existence,
wow,
we cannot do, we cannot bring and hold light and love. Wow. We are channels. We are all channels in this way, because we are the anchors for those cosmic rays that and plasmic solar codes that are coming through our channels, through our physical bodies, to be anchored here. So if we are not anchored, we cannot anchor with the planet. So we cannot help in the ascension process. So for me, it was the key point. I was always trying to get out of the planet. I was always, oh my God, these human beings, oh, they are so difficult. They are always complaining, they blah, blah, blah. And, you know, there was this disconnection with the humans, which for me was something really, really hard. And I had to understand that I am a human being too. And I didn't accept that. I'm telling you the truth. I wasn't able to see myself as a human being, being a human being. So I couldn't see me as I am now in this lifetime. I couldn't. I didn't accept that, because I wasn't in the same way of view things like the humans. So I didn't accept their ways of viewing things or seeing things. I didn't identify myself as them. So I was forgetting about me.
Wow.
And when I forgot about me, I couldn't do the best of me when I decided to incarnate in this planet. So it was a very hard, and I had to work a lot with my grounding. And you know, I went to a lot of people, healers and shamans, and they were like, "Oh, you're not grounded. You're not grounded," and they were right. But oh, let's do a session and I will help you to ground. You're gonna be grounded. No, nobody can ground you but you. And the way I am so grateful, because they were there telling me how I was, and they were reflecting what I was able to emit, as a frequency. So they were just capturing what I was at that moment.
Wow.
And they were telling me, you're not grounded, you need to ground, you need to ground, you need to ground. And and I say, I don't feel grounding this way. And I always feel my grounding like the toroidal field. And I don't ground with the earth, but I ground through the sun. This is different. When I realized that the sun, the solar rays were the ones that kept me grounded, and I could see my toroidal field, how I ground from God to God, from God to God. So it's a universal grounding. And for the first time last year, a day before my birthday, I was meditating, and during my meditation, I normally say some mantras. I am love, I am light, I am kind, I am tolerant, I am generous. And all of a sudden, I said, I am a human being. I got surprised on what I opened my eyes and I said, holy moly, what I've just said. and I could feel it. Meaning for me that when you feel in this planet, you embody. Because through feeling, you imprint in your DNA the memory. So you can see many things, but if you don't feel, when you feel, you are aligning your frequency with your vision, with your hearing, with your skin. You are just feeling, and then you're anchoring. So the thing is that each person has its own way of grounding, and it's important for them to find it. I find mine that may resonate with some of your auditors. And I keep saying to my clients, you have to find your own way. And sometimes with the sessions, I can see, and when I see something, it's because they are allowing me to see it. It's not because I have the power to go in and see. No, it's because it's only about frequency, and I can match the energy, and then I can share with them. So this is yeah, there are people that ground in the water. There are people that ground in the ocean, in a waterfall, or in a river that needs to go to the mud. There are people that I know that are just putting mud to feel grounded. Go in the middle of the rocks and in the mountain, only rocks, and stay there to ground. You see, so it depends on each one's alignment and how it resonates with you. But grounding is the most important thing to a light worker. If this light worker really wants to anchor, it needs and hold light, because we need to hold light, and help in the ascension of your own self and ascension with the planet.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I hope this is helping a lot of souls out there. I love this approach. I think one can try like many things and feel into what I don't know what is needed at that point in time. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna try this too. I have my ways of grounding, but yeah, I feel I try this too. Wow, that is very powerful. So would you say that with with being grounded in your human, in this experience, you could like do even more and anchor even more, and it like it was amplifying or expanding the ability to like do
For
the work
sure, for sure, because you are going to be a channel. You won't feel tired. I'm never tired. I don't know how I can do many things. Probably it's my ADHD, you know, and this is something like this, because I'm always doing many things at the same time. When I see myself, oh my God, I have 2 appointments. Oh my God, I have 2 sessions. Oh my God, at the same time, and I have to cancel. You know this. I'm always like this. But it gives you because you expand. You expand. When you ground, you expand, and people are afraid of grounding and losing their superpowers. No, this is not like this, because you are an entire being experimenting this form, that physical form. So you are your earth star chakra, you are your root, your sacral, you are an entire being. You're not only throat, third eye, and crown, and you know, soul star. You're not only this. And to do this, I don't call it job. It's, for me, it's more like a play, because I think it's a game. I know I talk to God and I say, you are smart, but I'm smart too. So you're smart. I am your daughter. I'm smart too. Don't forget about it. So, you know, it's a kind of things that when we realize that it's just a game and we are not being judged for any movement that we do. Of course, when we do with the responsibility, and the responsibility comes back to us, it's not outside. Outside is just a reflection, is an illusion, because the reality is right here. It's not out there. And this is us. We create our own reality when we understand how powerful we can manifest things with the words we say, with the intention we put in doing things. That we are God creators. So because we are, I mean, we are his daughters and sons, so we are gods. I mean, you have your father's name, so you carry your father's name. This is the same thing. So I say this, it's a kind of sometimes a very complex game, but it's fun, because you can find surprisingly solutions to this labyrinth, because the ancient times labyrinths were those that we were initiated through labyrinths. And every time we couldn't find the way out, there is only way out to the labyrinth. We could find ourselves blocked, and but we knew that there was only one. There is a way out. It depends on us if we want to be stuck in this wall and like feeling guilty or not worthy or not able to do things, or etc., because we human beings always find excuses not to go forward, not to take the step, not to act. But we forget that the purpose, there is only one. It's to go that only one exit door, meaning that it depends only on you. Nobody's gonna come and save you. Nobody saves nobody. It's only you that have your own abilities and your gifts and your talents, and with them you go towards, and you're gonna find. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because we are eternal beings. The exit is always there. The exit is always there. It's there. And when we have this in our minds, in our hearts, and we understand how able we are, because we bring with us all the gifts and talents, that which we decided to bring with us to this reality, we can use all the tools because we have all the tools at our disposal. Everyone is going to tell you in a way or the other, even if you don't want to hear what the person has to tell you, this person has something to tell you.
I love that.
Really, this person has something to tell you. So, I mean, when you bring all that and you are aware of that, and in the moments of mistrust, in the moments of sadness, in the moments of frustration or anger, you just have to, we can connect with this because this is part of the experience, but we have to remember that the door is always there. And the only way to get there is to understand this, move forward, understand and move forward, because you're not going to get out of it if you don't understand it in your heart. Sometimes we don't understand here because there are things that are beyond our understanding. But when we feel, come on, we feel that is right. I mean, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. The only person that blocks you is you. So get yourself out of your way. Yeah, get yourself out of your way.
Oh wow. Maybe some souls needed to hear this, including me. Thank you so much. It's good to know that we have everything and that we can always choose to move forward. We don't have to get stuck or be stuck somewhere. Oh, that was powerful. Wow. Wow. Okay. Ah, I have to talk a little bit more or ask you a little bit more about the connection to Gaia, if that's okay for you. And yeah, when you said that you felt like you were grounding in your own way and connecting to your human and accepting yourself as yeah, as the beautiful human being that you are. How did it change the relationship that you have with Pachamama, with Gaia, in a way, or was it always? Did you always connect with her in your special way? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could feel her more.
Wow.
Because even being an empath, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I could only feel people and see through them, but I was not connected to the planet. I mean, I didn't love Gaia because I didn't love humans. This is I'm being really honest here. And I couldn't see her because I couldn't feel her. I always admired the beauty of this planet, but I couldn't feel it. Only when I learned and I remembered, not learned, but remembered who I was, a human being that chose to come to this planet because I loved this planet. When I remembered that, I could feel her. And she has so much to tell. She talks to us. She talks to me every single moment. I go outside, I feel the wind, I know she's caressing me. I look at a bee and I hear the bzzz. I know she's telling me something. Even if I don't understand it, I know and I feel it. So it changed completely the way I interacted with her because of the feeling. And with that, I started doing grid work. Because I could understand that I am her and she's me, as I am all the stars and all the stars are in me. As I said before to myself, I am the star, I am this star being, because I could feel it in my body, but I wasn't feeling Gaia in my body. And I can tell you that I feel Gaia in my body. You know, and you know, I studied Chinese medicine for years, and I had my clinic and with my patients and everything, and we work a lot with the meridians and the energies and the functions of the organs, and with all the layers, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. We do this with the needling with the patients, and I was doing this, and I couldn't connect with Gaia. And even if I understood my mission, even if I knew what I had come here to do, even if I decided that I had something big that was there for me, and I trusted it, and but I couldn't feel her, so I didn't have any kind of a relationship with her, because I didn't have a relationship with human beings. I got bored with them. I think you're too slow. I mean, I had a lot of, things that I could understand my galactic beings, because sometimes they said, okay, let's see, because it happened. Let's see what they are able to do, these humans, and we are here. And if they don't call us, we can't do anything. So through this feeling and seeing her the way she deserves, I started doing grid work. And I was immediately called to do it. It's like 2.5 years that I've been doing this. And wow, it evolved so much. It evolved from opening portals. It comes to grids. It comes to gateways. It comes to wisdom. It comes to in everything is just releasing and opening in a way, because I felt Gaia, because I knew I was responsible for that.
Yeah. This is so beautiful. The story is so beautiful, and hopefully encouraging starseeds to connect to our great mother here on this planet. So you did fall in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
You did fall in love with her. Oh, that is so. I feel that. I feel that. Thank you for opening up and sharing this. So honest and so raw.
Yeah, I know, because there are a lot of light workers that feel the same. But as light workers, we don't dare to say, oh my God, I don't like human beings. I was laughing at me and say, why am I here? Why? 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 What's the point? I understood everything. I can see, I can, but I was not doing what I came here to do. And now this is the funny part. This is the most beautiful part, because it started now. right now. Yeah, this is the way it is.
Oh, this is so powerful. Wow.
Oh my God.
So
I can't believe I'm telling you all of this. This is
hope,
me, raw. This is me. Either you love me or hate me. Anyway, are you gonna? This is what I tell you, that I say things. You see, this is me.
well, I obviously love you for being yourself. I don't. I feel that one can only love you, but yeah, we leave that open to whoever is
Yeah.
listening and
Yeah.
resonating in a way. Falling in love with Gaia. This is so beautiful. Because you really make love with her in a way when.
Yeah, anyway, and I purged for her. Can you imagine this? I purge for her. I purge my body. I accepted. And she asked me, like, when I was in Glastonbury, after when we were with JJ, I came to Switzerland, and then I went back to Glastonbury for more 12 days. And the 2 days before coming back to Switzerland again, I was in the session, and I was there, purging. I could see the Amazon rivers. I said, oh my God, I'm purging the rivers. And I was there, purging. And now I purge for her. Good. This is how I am so related to her.
You really are. Powerful. So you open yourself up for her and for the love, and she is giving back and like exchanging information and talking to you. And yeah, you talked about portals and grid work, and we don't know how much people know at this point in time, and I feel like a lot of people that are listening to this will have heard of it at least. But would you share a little bit more about what we can understand when we use the term grid work in a way? I mean, one could say that feeling her is like doing grid work in a way, but maybe something else comes through, you know.
What I think is important to know that, as I said before, take the responsibilities for your own life. Understand that you are a vessel, that be grounded is necessary to channel and to share the energy. You cannot connect a fan if you don't put the cable. Yeah, so you need to connect. This is the way. So if you're not connected, it doesn't work. So you need to find your own ways to ground, because you are the vessel for the energy. And when we realize what we are, and meaning that we are beings of love, we were created from love. And humans have a tendency of not love themselves. How can you love something else or somebody else if you don't love yourself? This is the first and the most important thing that we need to understand and feel to start doing grid work.
Wow.
And that through loving our own being, meaning taking care of our own self, speaking what we what is our truth, even though our truth doesn't relate to other people. This is our truth, and we honor this. Honor and being grateful for all the experiences that we had, and they are part of our Akash. And they were useful, and they are useful so as we can evolve and make other decisions for our highest good. Mm-hmm. And when you are just there being you, spreading your love because you love yourself, so you can spread love. You cannot give anything that you don't have. And being the light, because we all came from the light. Light is what it is. And through our darkness, we find always light. Remember the labyrinth? This is the only way out, because we came from light. So there is only one way in and only one way out. We come in as light beings. We're gonna get out as light beings. There is no, everything that is inside are the experiences and the tasks and everything that we grab during our path that will create and will make each one of us different. So as source can experiment through us. And not forgetting that we are responsible for all of that. We decided to come here because we knew that we were able to come here. We just have to remember that. So grid work means first you have to find your own grid and make this grid outside. Remember the reflection. When you find your own grid and you take care of this grid, what you're gonna see is exactly what you are reflecting out. So what we see here outside is a mess for some. For me, it's not a mess because I have solved many things. I went to the darkness of the soul many times. I understood many things. So my manifestation is one. For some are others, but they are their manifestations when they understand that they can create something else because they have been inside in their own labyrinths and they're gonna see the exit. What is manifested here is gonna be what they want. Instead of complaining about something, try to find things that make you happy. Instead of saying no, try to find something that you are able to say yes, or part of yes. And you say, and you walk on your path and you grid consciously going to a supermarket. You can go to a supermarket and right there and say, okay, now I connect and I am a beacon of light. I walk literally doing my grocery. I am a beacon of light in my head. Oh, some rice, some beans. I am a beacon of light, but it's ridiculous. It's almost ridiculous, but I am like this. And when there is something that is disturbing my inner peace, I just stop. Oh my God, something's not good there. What I can do, can I go there and do something, or I am not able to do it now? No, I'm not able to do it now because I don't want to feel this energy. So I step back, and that's okay. And that's okay. So it's always a choice, and that's okay. So grid work means being able to love yourself first. Then you can be the anchor. Then you can grid outside. Outside is going to be just a consequence of your inside. in how you see yourself. Yeah, this is great work.
Thank you. This is so cool. And thank you for reminding us that we always have the choice and we can always choose what we want to experience and what we want to create or get ourselves involved into. And I love the supermarket story because I feel it does so much going consciously through the world, and like knowing that like you always say, you hold the light. And yeah, I feel like that changes a lot, like when people walk by, or even the even what's happening in the room you are in. Wow.
Your own house, in your own house. Are you able to smile at someone that is like having a bad day? It's just as simple as that. Are you able to smile when someone is just there being aggressive and say, okay, everything's fine, and how are you? And boom, it changes.
Wow.
So it starts from you, not from outside. Just little steps, little things. And then of course you can go to places you're going to be called if you're supposed to travel physically, as I am. So I can go to places, I do grid work, etc., etc. But you can do grid work at your house with some friends, together with a group. It amplifies the energy, so it's more powerful. So it depends in many things, but first it has to start here with you.
Very powerful. Wow. Love yourself, souls. Go and love yourself.
I love you too.
You. Oh wow, that is amazing. So I feel this is like being in, like, fully tapped into everything, being able to access everything, like galactical energies and wisdom and whatever, and weaving that in with Gaia and everything. And it feels like, I don't know, superpower mode. That is very cool. And yeah, you do a lot of cool things, and you work with a lot of cool people.
Yes, I do. I work with a lot of cool people. I call them to my field. My clients are amazing. They're always coming, Alexx, and yeah, okay, always amazing clients, amazing groups, amazing co-workers with me. So this is, I'm really grateful. I am really grateful. And I'm doing things step by step, listening to my intuition, listening to my guides, listening always to my heart, and connecting with those that are aligned with my frequency as well. Because doing this, I'm putting healthy boundaries on what I want and what I don't want. I'm really clear about it. And I mean, I say no with love. I say yes with love. It doesn't change because love is only one. There is no different loves. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I'm just grateful.
Thank you. That's so beautiful. You are so beautiful. My gosh. Mwah. So, Alexx, where can souls find you? Of course, I put everything in the description box below. And would you like to share with us where souls can find you and get in touch?
Of course, I can. Of course, they can go to my website, empoweringmoment.me, M-E. They can find me in the Instagram, empowering _moment. They can go to Facebook, also Empowering Moment. And yes, whatever and whenever and whomever wants to connect and feel guided, that I can just pour a little bit of some remembrance to help them on their journey. I'm more than grateful if I can be this torch to help them find their way, but they are going to walk with their own legs to find a way out. I am here, and I mean, light language activations and mentorship, everything's in the program. So people just have to go to the website or just send me a direct message, and I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I would love to encourage every soul that is feeling this to like get in touch with you, because you are like next level amazing. Oh wow. And you're also part of the Star Mothers Council.
Yes, I'm part of the Star Mothers Council with JJ. We are launching 2 beautiful courses together. We have Nexus that we are doing together. We have the Order of the Rose that starting in July 21st. We have Remembrance of Atlantis, also starting July 21st. They are really powerful things. I'm going to Sardinia for 3 weeks in July. Then I'm flying to Shasta, where we are co-hosting with JJ, channeling, and I'm also presenting a workshop over there. I'm leading an excursion with my beautiful sister Audrey, and then it's going to be a very special one to Shasta. That we decided, we were guided to have, our guides told us to have only 12 people with us, because I know there are much more that want to participate, but either it's 12, either it's 24, because it has to be with a multiple of 12 to do this work. It's a beautiful excursion that we are going to do. And then we start like 9 in the morning, and we told the ones that are accepting the task that we don't have time to come back. So better to take our light torches or everything they need, because we're going to stay late in the mountain. Then I'm going back in September in Glastonbury for another retreat too. Probably in October, I'm going to Sweden to a retreat too. I have to check it out and confirm the information. Then I'm going to Brazil in November, where I stay there for 4 months, and I travel just a little bit around Brazil, where I do a lot of shamanic work over there. And then let's see, a lot of things that are going to happen next year in March. There is Egypt, there is Glastonbury, there is probably Greece, there is a lot of things coming, so big time, but it's a surprise for next year.
We will stay updated following your Instagram,
of course,
and all your social.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, Lenine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming, and thank you for inspiring us and sharing so honest and raw your heart and your experience with the world. And of course, thank you for being you. You are you are powerful beyond measure. I don't know. Oh, thank you.
So if you accept, I just have some light language, some codes dropping in, so as we can seal this beautiful meeting together. So I ask you to connect with your heart. Just take deep inhales and exhales, coming to this beautiful heart coherence. And if you feel guided, just say, I accept, I receive, I accept, I receive. Beautiful Lyra energy coming to assist you with this embodiment of self. Moria ruka amoria siatia no ara. Lo araku oto sini anakia. Mulla ukuruku sia moria laria sata. Shula molia sukurukular. Dia nukala. Su alaria moraia siatikinia. Ro oloria laia zia moria da ianata. Tu ya tu 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 ya purakia rata ta 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 ta. So just breathing to your heart. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you.
Oh gosh. Thank you.
Send you love. Bye bye.